Well, to talk more about this, I'm joined now by Kareem Chehayeb. He is a journalist based in Beirut. Thanks for being with us on the programme. And what is the latest that you've been hearing about the fate of those 9 servicemen?
Hi, thanks for having me. Well, right now, the remains of the 8 soldiers that were found were taken to a military hospital in Beirut. They're going to run DNA tests on them, and we should be finding out soon the identities of those remains. At the moment, situation is very somber, and the reactions have been very mixed. Lots of people think that the Lebanese authorities could have done much more in the past to save these kidnapped servicemen, since they were kidnapped way back in August 2014, and the offensive only took place this month.
There have been 2 ceasefires, as we were explaining earlier, at the same time, with Lebanon on one side of the border and then the Syrian forces and Hezbollah on the other side. But they say they haven't coordinated over these ceasefires. How likely is that, do you think?
You know, I personally not think it's likely. In Hassan Nasrallah's last speech, the Secretary General of Hezbollah, he said that there has been negotiations with Daesh on the Syrian side, and that they have discussed the fate of the 9 kidnapped Lebanese police officers and soldiers as well. It is true that Hezbollah, based on what we know, was not involved in a military operation in Ras al-Baq and Al-A, which recently took place against ISIS. However, they have been securing the border by helping the Syrian government soldiers on the Syrian side of the border as well. And there is clear coordination with that to secure the border.
It is interesting, isn't it, why Lebanon decided now was the time for the ceasefire. Bearing in mind, I think Lebanon and the Syrian forces have both said that they were making ground on taking back the territory from ISIL on either side of that border. Was it purely the fate of the servicemen, do you think, that meant that Lebanon agreed to the ceasefire?
Perhaps. Lebanon has tried to get ISIS to negotiate in the past, but they have struggled to do so. And what we've been hearing from local media is that they have heard back in February 2013 that 8 or some of the servicemen have died in captivity, though they have not confirmed until now. We're not sure about the details regarding that. Others have speculated that the political situation in the past did not make it feasible for an attack. We're not really sure. The Lebanese army has increased its presence on the outskirts since President Michel Aoun was elected in the winter. And the Lebanese army has received lots of aid, primarily from the United States, for fighting extremist groups, notably Daesh and the former Al-Qaeda affiliate Jabhat al-Nusra on the eastern outskirts of Lebanon. But it is obscure, and many people do find it that way, on why they have not taken action earlier.
Good to talk to you. That's Kareem Chehayeb joining us there from Beirut. Thanks for your time.